All right. All right. In a quiet, God-fearing little town on the banks of beautiful Dry Creek, it's Friday night in Northwest Ohio, Mecca for football, the Liberty Center Tigers. Tonight on NCTV5, we'll be bringing you the championship broadcast game between the visiting Archbold Blue Streaks, coming in at 6-1 in the league against 7-0 Liberty Center. Jim, well, this is where it's all at right here tonight. They're going to lay it all out on the table, winner take all.
Oh, no question about it, Spike, and a beautiful night for football here. It's bright, it's clean, it's cold, it's crisp, and fans are packed tightly here in Tiger Stadium. It's a question of the Streaks in their defense, which has been stingy all year long, making a stab at stopping these Tigers, which has been impossible to this point. A lot of people favor the Tigers. In fact, they favor the Tigers in a track meet. So we've got to play the game, but to the winner of this game brings playoffs. And for the Tigers, if they do it, the undefeated league championship, which is a rarity, and just a wonderful climax to an excellent 98 campaign here for the Tigers.
That's right, Jim. Liberty Center already has a share of the NWOAL crown, but at this point, nobody wants to share. That's one of the things Coach Lindgren mentioned in his Thursday night senior hit night. Also at stake, Liberty Center has to win this game if they want to advance into the Ohio High School playoffs next week. Liberty Center on offense averaging 200 yards a game more than Archbold, but Archbold owns the second best defense in the league. They have the best run defense next to Liberty Center in the league, and so Jim, I'm sure that'll be a primary concern to them right off the bat. They're going to want to stuff us.
No question, Spike, and a Downey coach team is going to make adjustments with the personnel he has to the point where we're going to have a football game here. I really believe the Tigers have the athletes. Certainly they have the speed, and speed is something you can't coach. You either have it or you don't have it, and these Tigers are loaded. I mean, they have speed up and down the line. They've got speed in the defensive backfield, and, of course, their receivers. Jesse Smith out there is definitely college material, and just a number of guys, the backfield, the vaunted Tiger backfield, that can score big and score quick. It may look as though they've had good defense against them for a series or a part of series, and the Tigers will break a big one. So they're very exciting to watch, and just a super football team.
That's right, Jim, and you can't argue with the fact that Liberty Center has speed to burn. Jesse Smith averaging 33 yards a catch. Seth Atkinson and Mike McClure both averaging over 10 yards per carry. Ryan Zeider close behind at 8.7. Certainly the most dynamic backfield in Northwest Ohio. And here's the kick. Spangler gets a high end over end short, coming down at the 15. Return straight up the middle. Now cuts outside and brought down near the 30-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 Blue Streaks on. Let's see, we'll place the ball directly down on the 30-yard line. Jim, you know, Liberty Center has intact that scoreless streak in the first half, yet to give up points in the first half, and I think that will be the key to the game tonight. Who's going to win the war inside? Which defense will control the game? Absolutely. Tigers lining up in a six-man front now, showing blitz. Zeider drops back. Now he's going to go deep. He's got a man down there and just incomplete. They're going to throw a flag. I don't believe it. Ryan Zeider called for an incidental brush of the arms. In no way was Ryan trying to interfere with a catch. And the first bad break of the game goes against the Tigers.
Tigers have gotten a few penalties as this season has developed, but a lot of it due to aggressive play, and evidently in the eyes of the striped shirt right there, Ryan was a little too close to that guy. From our vantage point, it looked like he had him just covered in the proper way, but the flag is dropped, and the Tigers have to deal with it. But they've overcome penalties, and they'll get some hits under their belts, and we'll see a lot of crisp, clean football, Spike.
Tigers getting set now. Amstutz at one defensive end, Van Gunten at the other. Tigers with a 5-man front. Archbold gives the ball off the left side. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Ball carrier Jay Dominic, absolutely the key to their offense. He'll touch the ball, Jim, probably 30 times a ball game. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for Archbold on their own 49-yard line.
In reading and studying about this game, it's understood that Archbold wants very badly to keep the ball away from the Tiger offense. So ball control is the way they'd like to do it.
Well, that's right, Jim, and this certainly, to me, this will not be a runaway whatsoever. Now in a wing right fake. Now they're going to run their own little Liberty Center type of inside reverse. The same effect. Quarterback kept the ball. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Also, Jim, we might want to mention Liberty Center at another disadvantage. Long-time crew chief Mike Mann out of action tonight for the chain gang. Tigers are going to lose that 2-inch stretch rule.
Did he pull a muscle signing books at the Lutheran Fish Fry before the game?
Yeah, he was swamped. Now the give off the right side, and he's stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard on the play. 7 Liberty Center Tigers in there on the hit. And that'll bring up a big 4th down play. The Tiger defense rose to the occasion after getting nailed for that early penalty. And right at the midfield stripe, it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Blue Streaks.
I think we got to be awake for a possible fake here, Spike, because this is the big one.
Well, no question there. He's going to want to pull out all the stops, but I think he'll go with a punt. He's got a chance to pin Liberty deep. He'll want him to go the distance. Atkinson, the lone return man, back. Here's a high punt. Atkinson goes to a knee to make sure of the catch. He's got it at the 20-yard line where the Tigers will take over. 10 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in quarter number 1 with no score.
Tigers on their 20-yard line with a chance to establish some offense.
Now we've got a new formation for Liberty Center. We've got lining up in the eye with the halfback left. Here is the deep pitch to Atkinson, following a couple of blocks, turns it up across the 25 and out to the 28-yard line. A brand new wrinkle for Liberty Center's offense. They're away from the wing with the pro set, 2 tight ends. They went now with the Jim, what would you call that?
I don't know.
It's lined up in the eye, but then they've got the other halfback off to the side. I'm sure there's a good name for that, but it's beyond me.
Yeah, I don't know, but there was nice blocking there. Good offensive line play on the left side there, as well as some lead blocking by those sweep people.
Now McClure, halfback to the right. Here's a deep pitch to Atkinson coming the other way. Atkinson cuts it up across the 30. 1st down yardage. Gain of about 3 on the play. 4 on the play. It'll be a 1st down at Liberty Center's 31-yard line. Well, Jim, Liberty Center not coming out. This is the same offense they've ran for years under Lindgren, and now it's an entirely new wrinkle. And what that does, of course, is take away all of Archbold's reads. So it should be successful as long as the kids can maneuver here.
Oh, I think so. And, of course, Downey's had, a whole season to look and see how Liberty blocked and what their scheme was, how their attack was run. And so, as you say, a new wrinkle presents some problems that they've got to adjust to immediately. So Tigers, coming out here exciting. And if they execute, like we've seen them execute the whole season long, it should be a thing of beauty to watch.
Okay, we've got Huff, the tight end, on the left. Smith, tight end, on the right. Todd Moeller, tackle right. Weshy, the guard, on the right side. Center, Sattler, tackle on the left. Well, we'll get that set. Here's the give to McClure. He breaks a tackle in the backfield and fights his way up to the 35-yard line. Mike McClure, with a little bit of strength there, bursts through. Breaks a tackle, gets up to they're going to mark it at the 36. A gain of about 2 on the play. It will be 2nd down. The 34, not the 36. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd and 7, we'll call it. Guard on the left side, Jesse Miller, and tackle Todd Spangler. In the backfield, McClure on the right half, Zeider the fullback, and Atkinson the tailback. Here's a fake, and they give to McClure. A great block by Huff. He brings it at the 50. He's at the 40. The 31 man to beat, and finally brings him down at the 20-yard line. Two excellent blocks by Liberty Center. Zeider coming out of the backfield, and Huff tied up the defensive end. Two great moves by McClure, and it's a 41-yard burst down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Liberty Center.
Oh, that was very pretty, Spike. And Archbold committing to stop the run had the line of scrimmage jammed. In several of those plays, they had 10 men on the line of scrimmage, so you knew that if one of the Tiger backs popped it through there, it was going to go big. So McClure did.
Super job of execution by Liberty Center. Clock running, 8:16 in quarter number 1. Straight ahead dive. Zeider brought down, maybe a yard gain. But Jim, I think they've got to do that. They've got to keep that inside defense honest.
Oh, no question about it, because, Downey sees where they like to run the ball. I mean, he's seen that, and so he's got his boys knowing what to expect, but still, you just can't defend against the absolute outright talent that the Tigers have, especially when that offensive line can neutralize that defensive charge and give them a crack to run through.
Second equipment timeout used now. Probably a good move by Archbold, as it gives them a chance to regroup. That's right, and certainly it could have been called from the sidelines. Now we've got to give to McClure off the right side. Follows a block by Weshy. Still fights on his feet. Gets to the 18-yard line. Good gang tackling by the Blue Streaks. It will bring up 3rd and we're going to give him a yard on the play, a long yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9. But, of course, Tigers in 4-down territory.
Yeah, I do have to make the remark that this Archbold defense seem to be sure tacklers. If they get a hand on a Tiger back, they just hang on for some help, and that's a mark of a good defense.
Tigers now spread it out. They've got Huff wide left, and they've got Atkinson in the slot left. Zeider and McClure in the backfield. Shaddy drops back to throw. He's got time. He's got Atkinson out there. Caught at the 10. He breaks a tackle. Out down to the 5, and it's a 1st down for Liberty Center. Rob Shaddy laying it right on the money to a wide open Atkinson underneath. A gain of 14 yards on the play. Liberty Center with a 1st down and goal on the 5-yard line.
Good first pass there by Shaddy. Looked him over and took his time, and there was Seth out there in the flat, and a good run by Seth Atkinson after the reception.
Now the Tigers go back to their standard wing set with Atkinson to the left. Here's the give to Zeider. He bounces off one tackle inside the 5 and down to the 3. 2nd and goal now on the 3-yard line. 6:26 to go here in quarter number 1. Jim, I think this new wrinkle here the Tigers have thrown in, a whole new offensive set, really has Archbold playing on their heels.
Oh, you have to love it, and they executed it just the way Rex would want them to do it.
Tigers now with their 2 tight end set. Atkinson, wing left, slotted outside the tight end Huff. Here's the straight ahead dive to Zeider, and he's in for the score! It's a Tiger touchdown on championship night here at Liberty Center. They take the lead, 6-0. Jim, what a job by Liberty Center. Sustained drive of 80 yards.
Just nice, clean execution there. The line play was just what it needed to be. That new wrinkle right in the beginning probably put them on their heels a little bit. Archbold stiffened and made some nice tackles along the way, but the Tigers just too much offensively for this streak team, at least in that possession.
Tigers are lining up for the extra point kick. Zeider to hold. The snap, it's good. Set down, kick is up by Spangler, and Thunderfoot drives it through. And Liberty Center at 5:56 of quarter number 1 takes the early 7-0 lead here on NCTV 5. Give a quick rundown here of some of our sponsors. Our season-long sponsors. We have Dave Perry of Dave's Auto Service right there in downtown Liberty Center. Pisanello's Pizza, catty cornered across the street. Craig and Sherry Myers Operating that, we have Dave's Running Shop in Delta. A full line of Liberty Center togs and cogs, shoes, and whatever else you may need. We've got Rick Speece of Speece Trailer Court and KK Collision right there in Liberty Center. Also, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pilliards in Swanton, B.A. Miller & Sons Trucking, the First National Bank in Liberty Center, the Henry County Bank with locations all over Henry County. We have L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating in Napoleon, Holgate Metal Fab, operated by Jeff Spangler, Clapp and Haney Tools, owned and operated by the Carpenter Brothers, Terry and Mary Lou Bowers, and Skip Miller and Louie Miller of Miller Brothers Trucking. Now the kickoff taken at the 18 and brought down just across the 30-yard line. Good coverage by Liberty Center. Archbold, Jim, you got to give them credit. They're taking it right up the middle, and they're going to get the best forward return that they can rather than try to outrun Liberty's speed on the outside, which they ain't going to do. We both know that.
No question. Liberty Center is storied in their history of gridiron work at the high school level. And, I mean, they're going to come at each other tooth and nail the whole time.
Archbold now with a wing right, two tight ends. Slight motion to the right. Here's the give following the fullback, trying to get outside. Pursuit by Jesse Smith, and a great open field tackle on the 36-yard line. No gain on the play. Jesse Smith, Jim, I believe he came from the other side of the field to make that stop. We'll try to set the Tiger defense here up front on that huge, very talented front four. We've got 54, Sharp, Lindgren, Box. Now we'll check on that. We've got two wides. Here's a clicks out pattern thrown behind the intended receiver, number 10, Tim Krause. That will bring up a third down and about 6 yards to go. Ball resting on the 36. Schwab, the other member of that fabulous front four. As you know, those are those four young lads are ranking the top 7 in tackles on the football team. Also in there are tight ends, Am Stutz and Van Gunton. And now there's a timeout down on the field. 5:13 to go in quarter number 1. Liberty Center 7 and Archbold nothing. All right, get the rest of the Tiger defense set here in the backfield. Jesse Smith, Seth Atkinson, and number 3, Ryan Zeider. Linebackers, Sattler and Wesche. And you know, with Wesche in there, being your tall for a normal Liberty Center linebacker, that has to give Archbold a few extra problems because he does a nice job in his short pass coverage, dropping off, you know, in the short zone, and that he's got 2 picks this year. Yep. Now with 2 wideouts to either side, dropping back to throw, pressure out there, and drops the football. Jim, that was a nice setup by Archbold, but no dice.
The last 2 passes by the Archbold quarterback has been not on target, and I think he's feeling the heat. I believe the Tigers are coming with some real pressure, and even though he hasn't been sacked or quite sacked, but still that must be bothering him because there was a pass over here in this flat that he missed, and that one there looked like it would have gone for some yards, but here they are, 4th and 6, and Liberty to receive a punt.
Seth Atkinson standing back about his 25-yard line. Last punt was very high, almost blocked by Miller. Now punt rolls around. Tigers are going to let it roll dead. Ball will come to rest at the 35-yard line where they will take over 1st and 10.
By the Tiger defensive line putting a lot of heat on that punter, and looks like they may be figuring out how to handle the Archbold offensive line. So here we are, another possession for the Tigers. They start with good field position, Spike.
Okay, Jim, getting set to go here. Tigers with the, now we got a flag on a play before we ever get started. Not sure what.
Defense was jumping around there as the quarterback was on the center.
Nice break for the Tigers there. Encroachment to call. Tigers really not even set at the line of scrimmage, but Archbold called.
No, they were set because the quarterback was...
Oh, the quarterback was just getting down. Okay. All right, we've got a 1st and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Nice to know they can call a penalty both ways, Spike.
Yeah. Tigers going with that same offensive line, and now they've got Atkinson in a wing to the right. So a slight change in the backfield. Shaddy back to throw under pressure. He gets it off. It's up for grabs, and there's going to be a flag in the backfield. Pass finally falls incomplete. Boy, I don't know. That may go against Liberty Center. They may rule there was a push in the back. Shaddy was lucky to get that pass off.
Oh, he was, and I don't know who had responsibility on Shaddy's blind side, but he never saw that guy coming, and he pretty well leveled the Liberty quarterback there, and looks like they're gonna walk one off against the blue streak, Spike.
Well, Jim, probably what the call was, with the play, the penalty actually came before the ball was nearly there, because the Archbold Blue Streak player was able to break on the ball, and perhaps that's where the penalty was, the push-off to get that good position.
Okay.
I was watching the defensive end crashing down hard on Shaddy, and so now Tigers with another break. They got a 1st down on the Blue Streak 45-yard line. Atkinson in the slot to the right. Here's the deep pitch to Zider. Found a block by McClure. He slips and goes down at the line of scrimmage. Now flag on the play, and they're pointing toward the Tigers. I guess it's our turn.
Yeah, Spike, about that interference call out there, it's nice to see they can see them both ways, because evidently they're going to call those pretty close. Once in a while, the referees will let the boys play, and I mean, they're banging in each other all the time, but that's not the case here. If there's much contact at all out there as they run their routes, we see some laundry in the air. So here we go. They're walking the Tigers backwards, and kind of unusual to see a couple of teams this polished have that much penalties. So a lot of time to go here in the first quarter, and we're marching her back and forth on the penalty flag.
Penalty was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so in essence a 12-yard penalty, 10 yards from the spot. Tigers now with a 1st and 22. Here's a straight ahead dive to McClure, gain of maybe a yard on the play. That will be 2nd down and 21. The Tigers with the ball on their own 44-yard line. Over on that chain gang, Jim, we've got Ron Hoover stepping in to take Mike Mann's place. And with first-year Chris Zacharias over there, the senior leader now is Jim Wise. And while I have a lot of faith in Jim, it's a new role for him. And with him on the down box, that means there's a lot of pressure.
Well, that's unusual for a championship game to have that much inexperience on that gang, Spike. We'll have to watch him.
Well, Andy Miller's there too. Hopefully he'll keep him under wraps. Shaddy back to throw. He slips, has to tuck it in. And he is sacked back at the 42-yard line. A big defensive play. Archbold bringing a lot of people, Jim. They're going to gamble. Tigers getting single coverage out there for the most part. Yeah. But Archbold's rolling the dice here. And so far, it's worked to some extent.
Well, that's what you'd expect in a big game. They know what Liberty can do, and those deep patterns don't look like there's going to be time for Shaddy to establish his spot back there to make that deep throw. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of adjusting as this game wears on, but Tigers really in a hole here.
Huff split wide left, Smith split wide, Axon right. Now he's coming back for the inside reverse. Caught out there by Zider, one hand, down the left sideline, at the 40, down inside the 30. There's flags all over the field, and I think we're going to get the Tigers called for some kind of an illegal block. Play well set up, the screen outside along the right sideline. Atkinson looked like he got tackled over there.
This is where I wish we had a screen where we could kind of review this and see what the officials were looking at there. Of course, we were watching Zider and his fine run after that reception. He basically one-handed that ball and advanced her quite a ways upfield. But two flags pulled pretty nearly simultaneously, and they're talking it over, but looks like the Tigers are going to walk backwards.
Well, Liberty Center has been guilty of a lot of. Now they're going to pick it up. They're going to pick up the flags. Now where are they going to put the foot? Oh, now I see. Here it is. They pick up one flag, but the call is going to be the bigger of the two penalties. It'll be a clip. Tigers coming into this game tonight have been penalized 48 times to the opponent's 36. And Liberty Center with the rather ominous owning here of a 434 yards in penalties, averaging almost 10 yards a penalty.
Man, oh man, they got a mile to go here, Spike. It's third down and 41 yards to go according to the scoreboard over there. Let's keep in mind that Shaddy hasn't had time to set up to throw that deep pass. So look for something in the flats maybe and let Jesse or Seth or, well, who knows, but Tigers need a big one here.
Well, that's right, Jim. They've got to at least gain back some of that field position here. Shaddy back to throw, blocked by Zider, picked up, and he's in trouble in the backfield, and sacked for a loss of 13, we'll call it 14 yards on the play. And Liberty Center goes from a first down at Archbold's 45. Now they have a 4th and 54 yards. Ball resting on their own 11-yard line. 4th and 54. And I don't even think Rex will go for something here.
No, they got to hold that defensive line surge so they can get a punt off, Spike, and get some room here.
Miller back to punt, high snap, he's got it clean, he gets it off, high end over end, fair catch called for at the 46-yard line of Liberty Center, and the Tigers get out of a deep hole, but certainly, Jim, this is a big key in the ball game.
Oh, Spike, that last series that the Tiger had the ball offensively, we had some stumbles via the penalty flag, and not all of them against the Tigers, but net result was Tigers kind of lost their focus, and at that Archbold defensive line mounting an tremendous charge, and the Tigers weren't sustaining their blocks long enough, and when the Tigers were ready to pass, Shaddy just didn't have any time to turn around back there.
Well, that's a pretty good stunt package that Archbold's putting on too. You know they're ready to play. Now we got a wide out to the left. Here's a straight ahead dive by Dominic. Jade Dominic. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. You know, Archbold's going to want to grind this thing out. This is what they like. Just keep the thing in the trenches. They're happy to get an 18-play drive that uses up 9 minutes off the clock. That's always been their
no question, Spike. And good teams are going to have it at each other just all the time, every play.
All right, 2 tight end set, full house backfield here. Here is the give to the third runner. He's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard on the play. Certainly, Jim, they can't expect to run right up the middle in a stacked defense with a tight formation like that.
No, but nevertheless, it's going to be a real dogfight right in there in the trenches, and Tigers even had their deep men up punching that. Seth Atkinson up there had his nose right on the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. So Tigers are digging in here. They want the ball back.
Tigers with 4 defensive backs. Archbold with a 3rd and 5. Kruger, the quarterback, drops back, throws that quick out. It's covered well by Weshy dropping outside and the cover man, Jesse Smith. It'll be 4th and 5 at the 42-yard line of Liberty Center.
Yeah, with the kind of momentum that Archbold has illustrated with the penalties and that defensive charge, they may go for it here, Spike, because you know there's no tomorrow. You don't play conservatively if you think you got a chance to advance the ball. So I would expect them to, maybe pull something funny here.
Well, they're in a place on the field where they could do it. I look for the punt, and yes, it's back. The left-handed kick, kind of a sideways wobble, takes a backward bounce, favorable for Liberty Center. And the Tigers, with that good bounce backwards, will take over on their own 26-yard line. And Jim, the Liberty Tigers dodged a big bullet there.
Oh, if that ball would have touched the Tiger, of course, it would have been a live ball. So, wow, there's a lot of things can happen, and that ball just doesn't bounce straight up.
Tigers now back with that standard wing set. Atkinson on the left. 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Straight ahead give to Zider, breaks a tackle, battles his way up to the 35-yard line, gain of a big 9 yards on first down. Jim, the superior line play there, the Tiger line fired out well, and the hole was wide open. Zider burst through for 9.
Oh, and I think we're going to see some of that because obviously at this point, as the quarter ends, we have a first quarter score, Liberty Tigers 7, Archbold Blue Streaks 0.
For your information, number 40 for Liberty Center is actually under the old set, number 56, Chris Box. Number 40 now is Chris Box for Liberty Center. Do you have your... You think we can get him on that? Oh, you can. We'll get it.
Next time out, you get it on.
Well, Jim, the Tigers have got through one quarter unscored upon, but I tell you, the Blue Streaks had a golden opportunity. But twice now, the Tigers' defense has stiffened.
Oh, man, with the penalties, Tigers were going backwards in a hurry.
Yep. Now Atkinson goes in motion.
There he comes.
The give to Atkinson on that delayed motion route coming around behind. A gain of about 6-7 on the play they'll give him. It's a Liberty first down across the 40 to the 41.
Spike, I don't know what they call that play where there's that inside, little inside reverse, as we like to call it, but there is just so many options that can happen there that seems like that would be awful hard to defend against. And, of course, Seth Atkinson, who's having an excellent game here tonight. He's gotten a lot of yards for the Tigers already.
Atkinson in the wing right, now goes in motion left behind the backs. Here's the deep pitch to Zider, following 2 great blocks. He's up forward up to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Good surge over there by the Tiger left side of the offensive line. I believe that's Weshy and
Lingren's in there on the block too.
Yeah, Weshy the guard and Moeller over there on that left side. Also the side of Tim Huff, number 88, the tight end. Tigers with a second down and 7. Here is the give to McClure. He cuts past one man, breaks another tackle at the 45, and gets up to the 48-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Tigers grinding it out now, a la Blue Streak style. And the Tigers with a good third and short situation. We're going to call it about a long 2 yards for Liberty Center. Ball resting just across the Tiger 48-yard line. Check the Blue Streaks here. They've got 7 men up or around near that line of scrimmage. They're all in tight with the Tigers' 2 tight end set. Here's the deep pitch to Zider, brings it upfield, across the 50, down to the 46, and a Tiger first down. Jim, a workmanlike job, a workmanlike effort here turned in by the line, that time behind Spangler.
Oh, that was just a beautiful piece of execution, but Ryan Zider tripped where he'd been running yet. But the play was designed to get the first down, and it did that in spades. So Tigers looking sharp now.
Yep, Tigers now starting to move the football on the ground. Archbold up there to stuff the run. They were really up there committed to stop the run, and Liberty might spring one here out of this 2 tight end formation. Atkinson, motion left. Here's the give straight ahead to Zider. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, and that'll go for no gain. That time the Blue Streaks got inside, Jim. That's only the second time tonight that they've burst through our offensive line, and the line doing a much better job, much sharper job in execution. The last few weeks, I think, it's easy to do, but I think they lost just a tinge of that fine edge, that extra concentration. But tonight, a stellar job. Smith, the tight end, here on the right, and Huff, tight end on the left. Atkinson, wing on the right side. And I believe the flag will go against the Blue Streaks. Encroachment. Nice cadence count there by Shaddy. His irregular count drew them off, and it's a break for Liberty.
Oh, yeah, and that's nice quarterbacking by Rob Shaddy, but Archbold defense, if you're really good and if you really believe in yourself up there in that line of scrimmage, you think you know when that's going to happen, and if you guess right, oftentimes it's very hard to block somebody that's taken off either when you do or that fraction of a second beforehand. But Tigers looking good.
Tigers with that same formation. Now Axon does not go in motion. Here's the give up the middle. That goes nowhere. They tried to catch Archbold, maybe looking for that outside move. Tigers had sent the two backs to the right. The quick give to McClure. That will be a loss of a yard on the play. And now the Tigers faced with 3rd and long. 3rd and 7 at the Archbold 43.
I think this Archbold defensive line is probably the best the Tigers have seen this year. They're strong and they can play games up there. And anyway, they're making a good effort for the Blue Streaks.
Atkinson now on the strong side, wing to the left. Now in motion to the right. Chatty drops back to throw. He's looking for Atkinson on the sidelines. There's a push, but I don't think the Liberty Center Tigers are going to get the call. Several coaches over there adamant in their belief that Atkinson was slammed down. I don't believe, Jim, this sideline official, he went downfield and he didn't get it. Right. And the guy on the line of scrimmage on the other side didn't get it either.
Yeah, that's true, and you'll have that. The key is nobody got hurt, but certainly he was pushed and you know, already stepping out of bounds. There just was no call for that. But Tigers in 4-down territory, maybe. So we'll see.
The Tigers have their speed in there. Their punt unit on the long snap will be 65, Sattler, Miller. Tiger Blue Streak sidelines, they're hollering out there. They're looking for the fake, sending out those last-second instructions. And now the Blue Streaks get a last-second timeout. Coaches had been calling for a timeout earlier. They didn't like what they see, and they don't trust Rex Lindgren, the master at rolling the dice. And yes, Archbold credited with a timeout. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Liberty Center leading 7-0.
We want to give our Tiger families a chance to say good luck to their players. Rick and Rhonda, Nick and Brittany Miller want to say good luck to Jesse. And Bob and Julie Shaddy are supporting their son Rob tonight. And Terry and Mary Lou Bowers are saying good luck to all the Tigers. Glenn and Jana, Ben, Molly, and Katie Small want to wish Jesse Smith good luck again tonight. And Jim and Pam Overmeyer are also wanting their nephew Rob Shaddy to know that they say go Tigers. Mark and Lucille Bolick support their daughter Lee and all the cheerleaders and wish nephew Chris Van Gutten a great game. And mom Cheryl Van Gutten is also wanting Chris to have good luck tonight.
Defensive line of this caliber to this point in the season. All right,
All right, back after the timeout.
8 minutes to go.
Yeah, 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Miller back to punt. Atkinson and Smith out wide in punt coverage. And he gets it off. A nice spiraling punt down around the 5-yard line. It's up in the air, bouncing around. Tigers keep it in, and I believe they're going to have it spotted down about the 1-yard line. Super duper pooper scooper punt coverage for Liberty Center.
Oh, Spike, how about that punt? That punt was just right there in the good old football. It just kind of bounced around there, and fortunately a couple Tigers put that thing down, stopped it so it didn't trickle in the end zone. So talk about having their backs to the wall. We're going to see what that streak offense is made of. We're also going to see what the Tiger defense is made of. We're thinking safety, Spike. We're thinking real pressure here.
Well, that's good, Jim, but we better think contained, too. Liberty Center with a jumbo package up front. Archbold with a wide out to the left. Back to throw. Kruger looking. He lost it out there. Incomplete. Overthrown. Sattler coming from his linebacker spot delivered a pretty good lick to number 28, Eric Greaser.
Sattler out there.
Yeah. Now that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. They're going to rule the ball actually spotted on the 2-yard line. Now number 67, Schwab, comes out and another defensive back, Ryan Miller, number 24, comes in. The Blue Streaks throwing the football a little bit more this year, Jim.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, they haven't looked smooth at that. I don't know whether that quarterback's nervous or whether he's feeling the heat, but he hasn't been on target yet, but they are on the 2-yard line.
Yep, Tigers putting on some good pressure. Now here's the give going around the right side. Smith out there and cleaned up by Zeider. Jesse Smith with a big defensive play, and I think it's a loss of a yard. Now back to the 1-yard line. 3rd and 11 from their own 1-yard line, and the Blue Streaks now have to really be worried.
Oh, I tell you, Spike, they don't have room to punt it. They do not have room to punt it with this Tiger defense, the way they can bring heat. So this is a big play. They have to get a little room, or Tigers are just coming on now.
Well, I think Liberty Center, Jim, here with 7 minutes to go, they're going to get good field position. I think they have to worry about containment rather than a 2-point safety. I think they just have to make sure they contain. Kruger back, tries to get rid of it, now lost it up there. It's in it. Oh, no! He couldn't hang on. The Tigers all over Kruger. Had to throw up a wounded Quail. Tigers almost came up with the big pick, but nevertheless, it will be 4th and 11 from their own 1.
Oh, Spike, Tigers brought so much heat there. Quarterback just kind of lofted a duck up there, and that could have easily been a touchdown or a safety. I mean, he was back almost out of the end zone, and Tigers had their ears back, and they were coming. So we're going to see if this man can loft the punt without stepping out of the end zone, Spike.
Yeah, the punting game's been one of their weaknesses. He's all the way back to the end. He gets it off. Atkinson, the lone back. He's going to let it go, and the ball's going to go out of bounds somewhere around the Archbold 25-yard line. Jim, boy, if this ain't the golden egg right here, Liberty Center with a chance to put one on the Blue Streaks, all due to that excellent defense.
Oh, yeah, and that was a wonderful punt the Tigers had at the end of their last offensive surge. That put them right with their back to the goal line, and Tiger defense just tightened right up and showed why they're the number 1 defense in the NWOAL league. So here the offense is, as you say, got a golden opportunity to add to that score.
Tigers with Moeller, the tackle on the left, or Spangler, the tackle on the left, Moeller tackle on the right. Here's the give to Zeider, off the right side, stays on his feet, breaks the tackle, gets down to the 23. Oh, there's a scramble. There may be a fumble. It doesn't look good. Wait for him to unpile, and it's Archbold Blue Streak football. The Tigers with a chance to really take charge, but the Blue Streaks come up with a big defensive play, and they're right back in the ball game. 6:37 to go. Liberty leads at 7-0 here in the second quarter.
Zeider was struggling for additional yardage there, and he finally was tackled for a stop, and that ball comes out. But certainly that was
I'd call it a slow whistle.
A slow whistle, right, just like my talking sometimes.
Well, be that as it may, time for the Tiger defense to stiffen one more time. Archbold with the ball on their own 23-yard line. Here is the deep pitch. It's a halfback throwback, and he's going to be hitting the backfield for a big loss. Who's the number of that Tiger out there? Amstutz, number 66. The defensive end on the left stayed home. That young man wasn't fooled, and he put a lick on that halfback throwback. I believe, Jim, they maybe were going to set up to throw it downfield after that play.
The flea flicker in a big way.
A loss of about 10 on the play. Now we'll see how the Blue Streaks like it. Now they have to play from behind. 2nd and 19, ball resting just outside the Archbold 15-yard line. Archbold with 2 wide outs to the right. Lone setback in the back and wide out left. Here's the give straight ahead. A negligible gain, maybe a yard on the play. The Tiger inside defense doing a number now on the Blue Streaks. Clock running, 5:37 to go in quarter number 2. 3rd down and 18. The Liberty Center Tiger defense turning in another stellar job. We've got Lindgren in the middle of that defensive line with Box, the tackle on the right. Now Sharp and Box switch sides. We've got the 4 defensive backs, Miller, Zeider, Atkinson, and Smith. He drops back to throw. He lost it up. Miller with good position. And the only way that ball was going to be caught by number 20, Dexter Kruger, was with him going out of bounds. Miller had him all tied up down there along the sidelines on the 30. Sattler also a nice job dropping back in pass coverage, and the Tigers will force a 4th down and 18 yards to go. Certainly a punting situation. 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Atkinson back for Liberty Center. Smith and Zeider picking up the 2 wideouts for the Streaks. Snap, fumbled. He picks it up. He's going to get it off and gets a high punt. Atkinson calls for the fair catch, goes to his knees, hangs on to a big one there, and the Tigers are within about 2 yards of where they were before with a chance to put this game setting pretty good. They got it back with 4:56 to go.
Tiger defense has just played by the Blue Streaks there. Blue Streaks have tried some various things, but Tiger pressure and good coverage out there in the secondary by the Tigers. So Blue Streaks passing attack is just non-existent. I mean, they try, but they don't get it.
Yep, great Tiger pressure. Now the straight ahead dive to Zeider. He bowls his way for about 4 yards. A solid first down run for Liberty Center. Plenty of time here as the second quarter clock winds down. 4:44 to go. Liberty up 7-0. Ball resting on the Archbold 43-yard line. If you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty good Archbold defense keeping them here in the game, but on the other hand, the Liberty Center defense really bottling up that Archbold passing game. Tigers now the spread formation right. Atkinson in the slot, Smith wide out. Here's a give straight ahead to McClure, just tripped up. He's close to first down yardage, gain of about 5 on the play. We'll see where they spot the ball. And now they decide to move it back half a yard under what discretion, I'm not sure, but Liberty Center now short of a first down by a yard on the play. A solid 5-yard gain for McClure.
Well, that was a nice run there, and he just was almost a little bit out of control as he made his spin, and down he went, but Tigers knocking on a first down. Key first down right here. Got it.
Now Atkinson in the wing left. Here's the give to Zeider again, straight ahead, powering his way down to the 33-yard line. Jim, that's nothing but grit and determination. Zeider had a hole, and then he carried 3 more tacklers about 4 yards.
Yeah, it's Zeider's bread and butter punishing runner that the Tigers have. I mean, he can get yards when there aren't yards there to be had. He just is so strong and takes a gang tackle to get him. And I would like to see a replay. I don't believe he fumbled that ball on that last series.
No, that's one that you at home will have the advantage if you're taping it. Tigers now with the 2 tight end set. Atkinson in motion left. Here's the give to Atkinson. Cuts it up. He'll pick up a couple yards against that left side. Finally going down at the 30. Jim, there's another pretty late whistle. He was stood up. Yep. The play was dead on a whistle. Very late whistle, but I guess that's just one of the idiosyncrasies of this particular crew. You know, they came right out in the game early on, and they called everything.
Right.
Second down and 8. Liberty Center grinding the clock. 2 minutes and 48 seconds and running. Ball on Archbold's 31-yard line. Atkinson in a wing right. 2 tight ends. Now motion left. Here is the give to Atkinson again. Tries to turn the corner. He cuts it up. Down inside the 30, down close to the 25-yard line. A solid 5-yard gain for Seth Atkinson. And Jim, week after week, we're seeing Seth pick up more and more of the running responsibilities for Liberty Center.
Oh, that's it. A while back it was Mike McClure, and of course Ryan Zeider's had games where he's been the workhorse, but no question Seth can do it and has done it. So Tigers with a lot of weapons, clock running down to 2 minutes, so very important this series, this drive.
Now Atkinson back on that wing right. Tigers set now. 2 tights. Here is the deep pitch to Zeider. Zeider trying to get outside. Great block by McClure. Now it follows another block by Atkinson at the 15, at the 10, at the 5. It's another Tiger touchdown. I want to tell you what a burst by Zeider. A great block by McClure. Sprung him open. He turned it up. Had another block from Atkinson downfield. Ryan Zeider Tiger with a great move to get around the end and 2 big blocks downfield, springs him into the end zone for 6 more, and a big Tiger touchdown. 1:47 to go. They're up 13-0.
Well, that is a big one, Spike. That's right. Really drive it home hard. The Tigers will go in likely 14-zip at halftime if they can put on a good stop on defense. So it's just an excellent effort there, and we've seen it all season long where Tigers get a lot of downfield blocking help. Tigers are just so good at that execution. The try for extra point is good by Spangler, so Tigers up a solid 14-0 with 1 minute and 47 seconds to go in this first half. But again, going back to that play that scored Ryan Zeider, nice run in there by Ryan Zeider, but how many times all season long, Spike, have we seen people making their initial blocks, looking around for somebody else to make contact with, to shield them off or to hit them? We just see that, and that's the mark of a championship team.
Yeah, that's right. Ryan, actually, there was some penetration on that side, and Ryan had the speed and had the ability to see what was happening, and he was able, even with his power and his determination, he had the quickness to turn the corner and get outside. Yep. Liberty Center's speed kills once again. You know, Jim, we're up 14-0, but it's exactly what we thought it might be, is a rock'em sock'em football game, and it's actually played pretty close to the vest here. Yeah. One big difference is the Tiger defense, of course.
Oh, that's true. This Archbold team, I am impressed with their tackling. For the most part, when they get their hands on a runner or an offensive back, that's kind of stopping him, and we haven't seen that all season long, but certainly this would be an excellent tune-up as the Tigers look toward that extra season.
Yaw now to kick off for Liberty Center. Low line drive, bounding end over end, picked up at the 34. We think his knee may have been down, but there was no official anywhere in the area to tell.
But the official called that way back there. He saw it.
No, they did get it. They're going to give Archbold possession right there where he scooped it up on the 35. And once again, Yaw shows his effectiveness with an entirely different style of kicking off. It's that low line drive, bounding end over end. A great way to get a turnover set up.
True. I look for the streaks to pull out all the stops here. We'll see stuff maybe we haven't seen because they would like to get something on the board before halftime.
Tigers with 3 defensive linemen. An extra back in the backfield, and he's going to go nowhere. He stopped on a draw play for about a 2-yard loss. Little extracurricular back there. Yeah. Blake Lingering just sheds him like a pesty fly.
Box in on that stop.
Yeah, Box was there in for Liberty Center.
You know, Spike, we haven't seen a draw play work against the Tigers all year. That line is just too smart for that. I mean, they're back in there, and even though they're engaged in Mortal Kombat, with the offensive line, they're not going to run a draw on them.
No, and that defensive front really sets the table for the whole defense. I mean, they tie everything up, and it gives Liberty more people to move. In the backfield, loose ball, picked up by Sattler. Get it on the outside. He's on the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's thrown down around the 5-yard line. Sattler with the ball. And it appears to be a face mask call, and the Tigers will be knocking on the door. Uh-oh. Nope. Now, indications are it could be a Liberty Center clip. Nevertheless, Liberty Center will have the ball, the 56 seconds to go. Archbold with a little bit of trickery there, tried to come back around this side. He was hitting the backfield, coughed it up right away. That was number 26, their bread and butter ball carrier, Jay Dominic, coughing the football up, and the Tigers take over with plenty of time, 56 seconds, to add to their lead. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line of the streets.
Oh, I'm sure the camera's going to show who made that excellent hit back there on the deep penetration by the Tiger defense, but caused that fumble, a jarring tackle, and the Tigers were off to the races.
Tigers with Atkinson in the wing right. Now they're going to spread it out all over the field. Huff wide left, Smitty wide right. One setback for Liberty Center in the backfield. That's Miller. Now the pitch to Miller. He takes it straight ahead. Goes over one tackle, breaks another one, still on his feet down to the 10-yard line. A tremendous call by the Tiger coaching staff there. A gain of 14 yards on the play from the 24 down to the 10. Boy, Jim, everybody was fooled there. They had everybody split out wide and left Ryan Miller, of all people, alone in the backfield, and he rambled ahead for 14.
Yeah, great play. To clock down to 43 seconds, Spike.
Now they split it wide out there. Huff wide left, Atkinson wide left, McClure wide left, and Zider split out wide left. Nobody in the backfield. Here's a pitch to Zider around the left side trying to get out. He's at the 10, the 5, and it's another Tiger touchdown! What an awesome Tiger offense here! Another new wrinkle, and they had Archbold totally confused. Some super seal blocking on the left side, and Ryan Zider in for his second touchdown of the night with 28 seconds to go. It's 20-0 Liberty Center.
Oh, that's that big play capability by the Tigers. You think you hold them, and you hold them for a little while, but you don't keep them for very long, and they break another big one. That opportune Tiger defense that caused that fumble, and then Tigers jumping right on it, and they're looking awful strong, Spike. They're going to go in at halftime with a 3-touchdown lead.
Now the snap is good. Hold by Zider, good. The line drive kick by Spangler is good. Oh, Thunderfoot powered that one through. He didn't get it up, but it didn't matter. 8 seconds to go, and Jim, what was a pretty tight, nail-biting 7-0 lead, all of a sudden has turned into a big 21-0 shutout.
Oh, it's still a hard-fought contest, and there's a lot of football to play as we look toward the second half, but the Tigers can just do it so many different ways. I mean, the defense can do it, and offensively, they haven't begun to tap the strength that they can show and have shown week after week in their propensity to put points on the board. The Tigers looking awesome.
I'd like to know who the madman is that comes up with these new offenses. Jim, I think they're taking advantage of the other team now. I mean, we're seeing things that we've never seen ever from Liberty Center. That time there was nobody in the Tiger backfield.
It's true.
Getting set here, the kickoff team. It'll be Yaw doing the kicking off. He gets that low line drive bounder down around the 32. He stumbles and goes down right there for no return. Once again, another effective Yaw kickoff. Jim, we've got 26 seconds to keep a very impressive statistic intact. We've got to hold Archbold one more time.
You know, Archbold had some dominating teams going back a number of years, and I just think we ought to put our stat man in the research mode and try and find out if indeed any other team has been unscored on throughout the season in the first half. That is real defense, Spike.
Archbold now on the draw play. Effective for about a 10-yard gain, one of the biggest blue streak plays of the first half. It'll be a first down, clock stopped with 20 seconds to go.
Timeout called by the Streets.
Defensive back and pull one of the defensive linemen. Now with the timeout, the Tigers will come to the sidelines. And Jim, there's still time for several plays here, so they aren't out of the woods yet. And a score here by Archbold, of course, would break that streak, but also put them back in the ball game.
Oh, I know. The Tiger defense, they haven't illustrated a breakdown when that first unit's been in there all season long, especially as you're looking at the first half. I'm a little surprised the Archbold quarterback hasn't been a little bit sharper in his passing. They predominantly like to run the ball, but they love to pass to a big tight end that they have, and I don't believe he's completed a pass yet, Spike. He's had a lot of pressure and just seems like an uneasiness, like he feels he's got to get rid of that ball. And, of course, back when he was on his goal line, then he didn't have time, and he was worried about the big safety, and, you know, that on-rushing Tiger defense just totally stopped him up. But what a football game.
Yeah, he's in his second year, and perhaps still not with the composure he should have. But we will see. They got two wideouts left, one wideout right. Back to throw, Kruger looking, throws the long lob downfield, and almost caught. Good collapsing coverage there. Zider, Huff, and Smith. Ball finally mishandled, and with 14 seconds to go, it'll be 2nd and 10 for Archbold. Ball resting on the Archbold 44-yard line. You know, Archbold beat Patrick Henry with the pass on that overtime. So you can't say they can't do it. Back to throw again. Kruger he's finally caught. That'll be good, I believe, for first down yardage. See where they spot the ball. It's across the 45 of Liberty Center to the 4
play.
Archbold lining up with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wide out right. Now we've got an official's timeout. And Weshy and Sattler, the linebackers, coming over for some quick instruction.
They're walking the streets back 5 yards. Delay a game.
Oh, yep, delay a game. You know, that's kind of hard to monitor if you don't have about an idea where the clock is when the play stops and when everything goes again. Sometimes you lose track. And, But really at this point, Jim, whether it's a 45 or a 50-yard play, it really doesn't make any difference. The big thing Archbold has to do is first complete the pass.
Yep, and they're looking for a little luck all the way around.
Yep. Back to throw under pressure and hit and stopped. Sattler penetrating from his linebacker position, coming in on the blitz, and the Tigers had him surrounded, never got the play off the ground, and what a super way to end half number 1 here in Liberty Center, the championship game for the league and also a ticket to the playoffs. Liberty leads it 21-0. Okay, some quick halftime stats here for Liberty Center. They have 27 rushes for 150 yards, about 5 yards a carry. Leading ball carrier, yardage-wise, Zeiter, 12 carries, 70 yards, 6 yards a carry. McClure, 7 carries for 58 yards. We have Miller with 1 carry for 16, and Atkinson out of his wingback spot, 5 carries for 24. Archbold. Here's where the Liberty defense has shined. Archbold, 12 carries, 17 yards, and passing only 2 of 10 for a total of 3 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, we have 7 Tigers with tackles for losses. Amstutz, Sharp, Box with 2, Van Gunten, Schwab, Smith, and Lindgren a sack for a -3 yards. Van Gunten, from his defensive end position, has 2 hurries, and Amstutz also has a hurry, the quarterback having to throw the ball away with that against that great Liberty pressure. Tackles, leading tacklers tonight for the Tigers, Chris Box and Jesse Smith with 4 each, Amstutz with 3, and with 2 tackles we have Sharp, Van Gunten, Huff, Weshy, and Lindgren. So the total offense, Liberty Center with 164 yards against a pretty tough Archbold defense, but the Tiger defense winning the battle here, only giving up 20 total yards to the Blue Streaks. Okay, now once again to thank our sponsors for the season. We have Dave Perry in Liberty Center, Dave's Auto Service, Pizzanello's Pizza just across the street. And in Delta, it's Dave's Running Shop. Rick Spiess of Spiess Trailer Court. KK Collision in Liberty Center. Also, we have Skip Miller and Louie Miller of Miller Brothers Trucking in Napoleon. Terry and Mary Lou Bowers of Liberty Enterprises. Clappenhaney Tools in White House, operated by the Carpenter Brothers from Liberty. We have Holgate Metal Fab, operated by Jeff Spangler. LR Babcock Plumbing and Heating in Napoleon. We have Henry County Bank, First National Bank in Liberty Center. B.A. Miller and Sons Trucking, Liberty Center. Pilliards in Swanton, Swanton Welding, and Davis Farm Services. Now the kickoff, low line drive, and Flory with the line drive kick hitting him in the foot, alertly runs it down and falls on it. Smart play by super special teamer number 58, Brian Flory. Just another one of the seniors who does a fine job in his special team role. Jim, we've maybe not in the course of the game as the score goes, but I think a big series here coming off the bat. If the Tigers can establish their offense here, it could be a long second half for the Streaks. Tigers with that full house backfield, give to Atkinson on a sweep right, tries to get outside, but the Archbold pursuit is there. They run him down for maybe a 1-yard gain. Second down and about 9 for Liberty Center.
You gave some impressive statistics on the Tiger defense as well as the Tiger offense. In fact, the first half was just about letter perfect for the Tigers. They got Ryan Zeider for a fumble that we'll still argue about and a few penalties thrown in, but otherwise Tigers executed well and really did what they wanted to do, Spike.
Tigers coming out with that new wrinkle backfield that they did it to open the game. McClure is the halfback set to the right. Now the I formation gives straight ahead to Zeider, and as usual, he bulls forward, stays on his feet, carries a couple of tacklers across the 35 and out to the 38-yard line. And Ryan Zeider, a determined young man, to say the least, Jim. Not what your prototype fullback is expected to be. Big bruising, 225-pound, big man. Ryan, rather slightly built, probably goes about 175 or 180 pounds, but has all the strength and intuition also for a runner of anybody in the league. Now Atkinson in the wing, split out to the left, in motion coming right. Give to McClure, little misdirection, gets up near the 40, but short of a first down. It will be fourth and about, we're going to call it a long three. No, they're going to mark it all the way back to the 39. Kind of a short spot there. And Tigers will have a 4th and 4. And what could be a punting situation. Miller back, but of course, as you can see, the Archbold sideline very cognizant of the fact that they could be pulling anything off. Now Miller to punt, gets off a high wobbler, and it falls just a little bit short of the receiver. He backs away, the return man, and it takes another 6-yard Liberty roll down to the 25-yard line. 35-yard punt for the Tigers, and Archbold will take over on their 25. 1st and 10, 9:51 to go in quarter number 3.
Archbold to the line of scrimmage and get ready for their first series. The second half looked like the offensive left end for Archbold moved before the snap. I'm sure they'll probably go 5 yards in the wrong direction. Well, a lot of adjustments probably talked about. They know what Liberty did against them, what their defense did, and I look for a few new things, Spike. There were not that many things successful for the Streaks on offense, but certainly they will have talked and made adjustments.
Well, Jim, when you look at a team that comes into this game at 7-2 and only gaining 20 yards against this vaunted Tiger defense, hey, that says it all.
The Tigers have shown them what defense is.
That's right. Now 2 wideouts, split wide out to each side. Back to throw. Kruger throws it well downfield, has the defender split, but the ball is overthrown. Coverage there. Miller, good little post route.
Yeah.
But Jim, you still have to be able to put the ball on the money, and that is the difference. Shaddy has really come through. He's gained confidence. His ability has grown every week, and that's a difference in the ball game right now on the offensive side of it.
Yeah, well, Shaddy's had the best receivers in the league to throw to, but, you know, as we look at that, it was well covered, and yet on the other hand, if that pass was perfectly there, it would have been a big gainer, but we just haven't seen the Archbold quarterback on target much at all.
Yeah, that's another big difference in the game. Set to throw, gets off a wobbler, it's caught on a crossing pattern. Now chased down by Atkinson, finally brought down at midfield. A good job of downfield blocking by Dominic. Kept Jesse away from the tackle, and Archbold, with their biggest play of the ball game, crosses the midfield stripe. They'll have a first down at Liberty Center's 48-yard line. Well, Jim, just as we talked about the ineffectiveness of the Archbold passing game, now they've got a little something going here.
Yeah, and the patterns are, we didn't see any of that the first half, and they had a clear out guy, but he was on target there.
2 tight ends set with the wing left. Give up inside, and he finds a little running room across the 45 and down to the 43. The Archbold offense not giving up, as with one of their deepest penetrations of the night. 5-yard gain on the play. It will be second down, and we're going to call it a long 5. Splitting out wide left in a wing position. Now they give it up inside. Tigers there, minimal gain. We're going to give him about 2 on the play. Archbold now getting back to what they know best, Jim, and that's the grinded out offense, letting the run set up the pass rather than trying to be desperate and throw the ball on every other play.
Yeah, nice defensive stop there by Paul Amstutz. Good sure tackle, and we've called his name a lot this year. In fact, the Tiger seniors have been the guts and glue of this 98 Tiger team. Just anywhere you want to look, they're just real hard-nosed Tiger football players.
All right, we're going to touch on that topic here in a minute. Now the give out of the I formation. He's going to be short of a first down. Archbold looking at a 3rd and 3 situation. Could not convert. Tiger defense. Was that Amstutz again in on that stop? Yep. And Amstutz, if he's wet, probably weighs all of 153 pounds. But he's a man on that defensive end spot. The Blue Streaks now taking a page out of the Lindgren playbook. They've got a 4th and 2 at the Tiger 40-yard line and trailing by 3 touchdowns. They're going for it. Wing split out wide to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Here's a straight ahead dive. He's stopped. No, wait a minute. Okay, we lost the ball there. But the Blue Streaks, great piece of trickery, rolling for the first down.
Well, that was good faking right up tight up front there, and Tiger defense collapsed on those fakes, but quarterback kept the ball and rolled to his left and secured the necessary yardage, so they move the sticks and keep the drive alive. Spike, this is a big series for the Archbold Blue Streaks if they want to get back in this.
Yeah, certainly with 19 minutes to go in the game, this thing far from over. They spread out the offense, straight ahead dive up the middle. Number 32, Ringenberg, rambles forward for about 3 on the play. Tiger interior defense doing a fine job there. Second down, and we'll call it a short 8 yards. Clock running here in quarter number 3. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go, but the Blue Streaks, for the first time, have been able to mount a sustained drive. Lining up with a split backfield, a wing right, 2 tights. Here is the fake deep pitch, fakes the inside reverse. He's rolling out, good coverage by Smith. He's going to turn it up. Atkinson out there, finally running him down around the 24-yard line, and I believe that's going to be close. It'll be close depending on the spot, whether they move the chains. Yep, it's a first down for the Blue Streaks.
No, this half, Spike, the Archbold quarterback has demonstrated some talent as an athlete. He's improved on his passing, but he's pretty nifty as a runner and looks like he's pretty strong to tackle.
Yeah, the halftime break, I think, has really changed their attack here. Tigers coaching staff signaling for a defensive timeout, and, well, it is needed here. Certainly, the Tigers never want to give up a score, but this early on in the second half certainly puts Archbold within an onside kick or a turnover, turning this into a tight one.
Spike, they demonstrated they're selling out on this drive. They went for it on 4th down back 15, 20 yards, and they're getting down there now where it's four down territory for them. But no question, the coaching of the Archbold staff over there is going to do all they can to match up against this tremendous Tiger team, and they've probably made little adjustments here and there that maybe aren't major, but which will help. And that's coaching, Spike. You take what's given you or what you think you can do, and you make adjustments, and then you go at it again, because there's 4 quarters of football to play in every game. And this is a fresh half, and though they're down by 3 scores, they're driving. One would say they have some momentum going, Spike.
Yep. One noteworthy fact to mention here, In the 8 years, including 1990 through 1997, Liberty Center #1 in the league and Archbold #2, but they only have one league crown. So that tells you just how tough these two programs are. Archbold now running that straight ahead dive with the fullback, number 32, Ringenberg. Pretty good sized young man, 5'11", built low to the ground, but goes in at 205. Strong football fullback. They're going to give him about 3 on the play. And, you know, we can see now the Archbold line, and they're pretty good, Jim. They've got that what trademark Archbold workmanlike job on the offensive line, and they're starting to get a little bit of push now here in the second half.
Yeah, they are. They're well-conditioned athletes and coming out strong. Third quarter, even down 3 touchdowns.
Still staying with that straight-ahead power stuff. Gain of about close to 5 yards on the play, and the Blue Streaks certainly knocking on the Tigers' door. They've got a third, and we'll call it 3, with the ball resting just short of the 15-yard line.
They seem to prefer a ball control drive here. One thing bothers me, we haven't seen much of that pass to the tight end, and that through the season, they really favor that. So look for that anytime.
Now with the strength to the right side, Dominic trying to get through there. The Tigers string him up. I believe Weshy came knifing through, forced him to belly out a little wider, and the Tigers' pursuit caught him, and there's no gain on the play. It'll be 4th down and 3. The ball on the 15-yard line, and Jim, 3 points don't do the Blue Streaks any good here.
No, they'll want it all. Yeah, that was a real hard pursuit there. Weshy missed him there in the backfield, but the pressure was felt, and then a lot of help over there as the play strung out. And Tiger defense, they've bent a few times, but very rarely have they been broken, Spike.
Yep. Now the Tigers with an extra defensive back. 4th and 3. This is a big play for the Blue Streaks. Now back to throw, rolling out to his left. He's got a man in the end zone, now turns it up and brought down about the 12-yard line. It's going to be close. In on the tackle, Sattler and Miller for Liberty Center.
Can't let him have it.
It may be 1st down yardage. They're going to bring the gang in, and here we'll just see how much the inexperience of this Tiger crew.
What do you got down there, Rick? Did he make it?
Yeah, we've got 2 young men in there, Hoover and Zacharias, and sure enough, by less than the distance between the white stripe and the nose of the football, it's the old 2-inch stretch rule, and it goes against the Tigers. The Blue Streaks have a big 1st down on the Tiger 12. Jim, This is a great chance for the Liberty Center defense to rise one more time to the occasion.
It is, Spike, and I look for him to do it. But on the other hand, the Archbold Blue Streaks want a piece of this league championship, and they're saying we came to play, and we came to play 4 quarters.
Well, they're stretching the Tiger defense out. 2 wide outs right, 1 to the short side left. Dropping back to throw, looking, throws that crossing route. Nothing doing there. Seth Atkinson with great coverage there, had that angle cut completely off, and the pass falls harmlessly to the ground, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 on the Tiger 12-yard line. 3:36 to go, and certainly at this point in the game, the clock not really a factor whatsoever.
No, the clock not, but this possession is. Archbold they absolutely has to get something here, Spike. They're down here, they worked hard to get here, and they're on a 12-yard line, and they're looking to get it done. But just as much, the Tiger defense has pride.
Now the Tigers have another extra defensive back in there. Dropping back to throw, here's pressure. The little swing pass, caught at the 5, and he's sandwiched down between Smith and I believe Weshy. Yeah, Jesse hurting a little bit on the play. Hopefully that's just a momentary stinger of some sort.
That's a well-executed pass, Spike. You got to give it to the Streaks. That play was thought out, and it was ran well, and the Tiger coverage just wasn't there to cover that man.
Well, they're spreading the field,
yep.
And the Tigers are putting on a little pressure with their defensive ends. And it is. They've got four or five receivers out there with 4 defensive backs, and Jesse Smith coming off the field. I believe he's all right. Just a little pain here. And the Blue Streaks do pick up the first down at about the 2-yard line. 3:19 to go here in the third quarter.
Spike, as we look at this streak offense in this drive, and they run those pass patterns, they really spread things out, and they run their patterns pretty crisply out there and really get some elbow room. But again, the quarterback's kind of stepping up and putting that ball in there.
Yep. Well, this ball game far from over. 2 tight ends set for the Blue Streaks, wing to the left. I formation in the backfield. Here is the give on the dive to Dominic. He's short. Maybe a half a yard gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and goal inside the 2-yard line. We'll spot the ball at about the 1.
Oh, they've had the ball a long time here.
Well, you know, Jim, that's the way they've always been able to do it. Eventually, they do get the momentum in their way, and with that storied picture book offensive line, as they continue to execute, they sustain the long drives, and it can make a big difference in a football game. Same formation, wing left, back split. Sneak inside by Kruger, very close to the goal line, no signal yet. And now it is. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Boy, it's a foot
and the ball.
The yard marker over there,
yep.
Spike.
I'd say we're less than 6 inches away, Jim. And you know, the Blue Streaks here are really faced with a situation. Do they continue to pound it inside? It's tough in there.
Yeah, there's 2 downs. The Tigers got to hold them or hope for some sort of a turnover. But this is a classic drive for the Streaks this year. They like ball control. That keeps the other offense on the bench.
Nose of the ball resting just away, just short of the goal line. I formation for the Streaks. Give to the second back. He's up, he's through. It's a touchdown for Archbold. 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in quarter number 3. The Blue Streaks are on the board. And now, Jim, this thing far from over. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that quarter went fast. A lot of action there, and of course a real ball or time-consuming drive there by the Streaks. But Tigers with a 2-touchdown lead as they line up for the extra point, and Tiger offense anxious to get their hands in the ball and maybe pull out some wrinkles we haven't seen, Spike. You know, they started a game with that kind of an odd setup there, didn't know quite what to call it, and seemed to work well for them. So we look for some real happenings out of the Tiger offense.
And it's blocked. Snap. A little bit slow getting back there, a little bit of wobble to it. The holder had a little bit of trouble getting a good handle, and the Tigers came knifing through. Not sure who had the block on that. Nevertheless, a big difference now. Jim, a 15-point lead instead of a 14-point lead can be huge in a game such as this. The Blue Streaks running almost 8.5 minutes off the clock on that sustained drive. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Liberty Center looking ahead, possible playoff chances here. And Jim, we've checked with the computer guru here in the area, Mr. Ted Bear. He says with a Liberty Center victory, they are guaranteed of a 1st or 2nd place slot in the playoffs. If they lose, they're going home.
Yeah, well, and that's the way it ought to be, Spike. Doggone it, you win the games, you win the league, you go undefeated, and all things shall be added unto you if you can deliver in that manner.
Yeah, baby, you got to have the goods. Tigers now with 5 men up front looking for the short onside kick. It's a low line drive. Caught by Atkinson at the 25. Atkinson to the 30, to the 40, breaks a tackle at the 50, down the sideline to the 40. He missed another move on and finally shot out of bounds. Seth Atkinson answers the bell for Liberty Center. A quick return following 2 big blocks at the 40-yard line and rambles all the way down to the Archbold 30. And Mr. Atkinson is tied for the all-time punt return, or is it kickoff? It's kickoff return yardage. 90 yards ranks 3rd all-time in the NWOAL. And we saw that breakneck speed there. Tigers with the ball in the 30. An excellent chance to drive a huge nail in the Archbold coffin. 2 tight end set. No, excuse me, Smith split wide to the right. And the straight ahead dive. Maybe a yard on the play, 2 yards on the play. McClure. You know, McClure, nothing there, but boy, he's dangerous, Jim. If he breaks that line of scrimmage, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, and he probably will tonight, Chet, or if not, later on in the playoffs, because he is explosive. You know, as going back to that kickoff return, as that kickoff was a short one, you know, designed not to go deep to prevent the big run back, they kicked it right to Seth Atkinson. And as I saw that, I said, oh, Archibald, that's a mistake. That guy is the man we want to have the ball. And as you illustrated, he knows what to do with it.
Tigers now with Atkinson wing left. Shaddy back to throw, getting pressure, gets it off, caught by Smith, down at the 15-yard line. Jesse Smith, brilliant route, turned it out, came back, caught the ball. Now Zeider back here in the backfield, limping a little bit. Yeah, Collins checking in for Ryan. Nope, Ryan Zeider says forget it. Collins wants in there bad, but Zeider says ain't no way. And Jim, that fits his persona to a T. That man is a one tough little booger.
Oh yeah, what a punishing running back he is. And if he's able to be on 2 feet and even hobbling a little bit, he's not coming out. What a nice pass by quarterback Shaddy on that play. He hung on the ball to the last possible instant, delivered a strike out there to Jesse, and Tigers move the sticks and really have Archibald protecting their goal line in a hard way to go.
Ball on the 14-yard line. We'll see whose number's called here. It's Zeider, sure enough. Zeider following good blocking behind the side of Moeller and Wesche. Gain of about 3 on the play. Zeider shaking off whatever pain he may be going through with that twisted ankle.
Now this is a key possession for the Tigers. They need to answer again. They've got this kind of field position, Spike, and they've got to just stay with it until they can put a touchdown up there.
Now Zeider finally does come off, and replacing him is Ryan Miller in the Tiger backfield. And that is the end of quarter number 3. Liberty Center with a 2nd down and 8 on Archbold's 12-yard line. They lead it 21-6.
I don't know. We have some Tiger families that want to say good luck to their players. We have Rick and Rhonda, Nick and Brittany Miller saying good luck to Jesse, and Bob and Julie Shaddy supporting their son Rob. Terry and Mary Lou Bowers want to wish all the Tigers good luck tonight. Glenn, Jana, Ben, Molly, and Katie Small are wishing Jesse Smith a Tiger victory. Jim and Pam Overmeyer want their nephew Rob Shaddy to go all the way. Mark and Lucille Bullock support daughter Lee and all the cheerleaders and wish nephew Chris Van Gutten a great game. And Cheryl Van Gutten also is wishing Chris good luck tonight.
Huh? Are you through?
I'm done.
Let's go, Spike. Okay.
All right, getting set here for quarter number 4. Tigers with an opportunity to bury one into Archbold. They've got Smith split out wide right. Now the give straight ahead. McClure breaking a tackle, and another one, and he's in! It's a 3rd and touchdown! What a tremendous effort by the little Barry Sanders of Liberty Center. Mike McClure, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th effort later, he's into the end zone from 12 yards out. 27-6, and Liberty Center's going shopping now.
Spike, that was a big series there and an excellent play. McClure, you made the comment earlier that he wasn't going to be denied throughout the course of this game, and with several efforts there, they weren't just going to arm tackle him and be done with it. So Tigers go up, and that's a big score. That was a possession that they had to score on.
What a big, beautiful, booming, bouncing kick by the Thunderfoot himself, Todd Spangler. It's good for his 4th kick of the night. It's 28 for Liberty Center and 6 for Archbold. And the crowd coming alive here. They can start to smell that good old stinky tournament trail where the Sox get worse And, well, we'll just leave it at that. Jim, you know, there's Mike McClure all night long, not able to break the big one. But I tell you what, he didn't break it with his speed like we saw in the championship game last year. That was determination and strength. And you know, he is one of the strongest kids on the team. You know, he's been able to press that iron up there, up over 300 pounds. And that's pretty good for a man that doesn't even weigh 200.
He's a premier back. In fact, any team in the state would like to have him in their backfield, and Tigers just have a group of them. So they kick the ball off. It's a dribbling kick, and just downed right where he caught it on the 35-yard line. But, yeah, what an effort there by Mike McClure, and the blocks that got him started there. But he wasn't going to be denied, and we're accustomed to seeing him going for big yards. Well, they were already on about the, 9-yard line or so, but a big run when the Tigers needed it. A real telling, killing touchdown.
Okay, here we go. Quarter number 4, 11:54. Liberty up 28-6. Archbold, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wideout left. Back to throw. Good pressure from Zeider. Gets it off. It's caught. And first down yardage across the 45 to the 46-yard line. The Blue Streaks now having to go to the air. Not much time left, and they've got to score quick, and they've got to do it right now if they want to stay in the game. Liberty Center, 11 minutes and 47 seconds away from their second season. Jim, something we have failed to mention tonight, Tigers' final home game, and there are 17 seniors on this team. What does that tell you about this Tiger football program? Archbold with that wide formation. Here's a draw play to the fullback. He bounces forward across the 50 down to the 47-yard line.
Sattler on the stop after a game.
Tigers with the 3-man defensive front, Van Gunton and Am Stutz, the defensive ends. Here's Am Stutz coming both, and they pick up the draw play. Am Stutz right there in on the stop, coming back to the football along with Sharp, number 54, and about a 2-yard loss. Big defensive play, Jim.
Oh, it was, and that's that draw play. I think that's the third time the Streaks have shown the Tigers a draw play, and I don't believe they've got a yard on it. I know coaching manuals tell you after a while, hey, that draw play ought to go, but Tigers stay awake on that.
Yeah, and you don't have to be the biggest football player to be one of the best. Amsutz had sold himself to rushing the quarterback, but he was able to change directions and come back and assist with Sharp on the tackle. White out to the right, give straight ahead. Now it's a fumble, fought for, still loose on the ground, we're not sure. Atkinson had it. They thought it came loose again, still fighting for the football. Jim, we don't know what's going on underneath the pile, waiting for it to clear.
Who was that initial hit to pop the ball out?
I believe he fumbled it. I'm not sure, Jim.
Just let go of it.
Yeah, there was contact made right at the line of scrimmage. The Blue Streaks somehow have the football. It appeared that Atkinson had fallen on it, but actually it had squirted loose, and after that it was just who maybe didn't have it initially, but who came out with it at the end.
That's why you watch these TV5 broadcasts, because you can see it. It's going to be clear, and almost looks like Archbold gets a gift there, but we'll see.
Now coming out for another measurement with the crew here. Boy, it doesn't look good for Liberty Center on this measurement. And once again, by inches. Yeah, the Tigers crew really leaving himself short. Andy Miller going from the sticks to the donut. And the men on the chains, they're doing their best. But it's a blue streak first down on the Liberty 44-yard line. Here's the deep pitch back. It's going to be a halfback throw downfield. Great coverage. Atkinson there. Smith there. Incomplete. Beautiful coverage by Liberty Center. None of the defensive backs were fooled. Ryan Miller also in the near vicinity.
Yeah, but even with all that, the Archbold receiver still had a shot at catching that. People have mistimed their jump or what all, and could have been a big gainer, but it wasn't, and they'll do it again. Second down and 10 on the 44-yard line of the Tigers.
Well, Jim, the key there was that's just good senior leadership and experience. Atkinson and Smith had him sandwiched. Now 2 wideouts left, 1 wideout right. Kruger back to throw, throws it very poorly underneath. Amstutz delivers another big hit. Boy, this Amstutz, somebody's going to have to put him down. This kid's hurting people. Clock stopped. 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Archbold spreading it out wide again, only with the fullback in the backfield. Kruger back to throw. He slips, gets it off, and throws it behind the intended receiver. Number 27, Luke Boyers, couldn't come back and get the ball. 4th down and 10 on Liberty's 44, and the Blue Streaks are forced, I believe, Jim, at this point.
Yeah, no question. They'll take their chances here, roll the dice, and see if they can move the sticks. You know, that field has gotten a little bit slick. I think dew point and temperatures kind of come together, and quarterback had a hard time planning. I see the receivers can't hardly stay on their feet either, Spike.
Well, it's certainly just as much a disadvantage to the defense. So, all right, 4th and 10, here we go. Back to throw, gets it off, and it's picked up by Miller. Miller with the move, great block by Zider. Miller down the sideline to midfield, finally pushed out of bounds, up near the 45-yard line. Super job by the Tigers, Zider and Miller both there.
Oh, yeah, and you know, Zider had a beat on that ball too, but he actually thought Miller was going to catch it because Miller was in perfect position to flag that down, so he let that ball go by him. Miller did catch it, and then Zider threw a nice block. Boy, that's just indicative of how this Tiger defense, or the offense, in fact, this whole 98 Tiger team, how they block for each other, and they just work together as a team, Spike.
Ryan Miller in there in the backfield. Now the Tigers split out, Huff to one side, and Smith to the other. They've got McClure and Atkinson also. Now the pitch to Miller. He runs that same play they ran before, this time good for about 3 yards. Running in behind the blocks of number 75, Todd Spangler, and the guard over there, I believe that's number 72, Weshy. No, my mistake, number 59, Jesse Miller on that left side. Tigers with a good first down gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 on their own 44. Now they split them out wide again. Single setback is Zider. Here's a straight ahead give to Zider, breaks a tackle to line of scrimmage, breaks another one, spins and dukes and deeks across the 50, down to the 45 and to the 43. Gain of about 9 yards on the play for Zider.
These Tiger seniors are making their mark here on Tiger Stadium. It's the last game they'll play at Tiger Stadium here. And it's a championship game. It's an undefeated season. And, boy, they're just doing it upright, Spike. Making memories right here.
Now the Tigers coming with that wide formation again. Atkinson and McClure in the backfield. Smith and Huff. Shaddy, quick slant to Huff, or to Smith. Caught! Inside the 30-yard line to the 27. It's another Tiger first down. Gain of 16 yards on the play. Boy, Rob Shaddy, every game is just getting a little bit better. That time laid it on the money perfect to the quick slanting Jesse Smith.
Spike, in the first half, Archbold was able to get some pressure on Shaddy, and it was tough for him to set up, and so the passing attack on the deeper routes wasn't working, but boy, that worked to a T, and you're right, he's very familiar with his classy receiver, Jesse Smith.
Tigers set with that same setup here. Shaddy back to throw again. Now lost it deep for Smith. He's there and can't hang on in the end zone. Beautiful pass by Shaddy. Jesse Smith outran the defense, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up 2nd down and 10. And Jim, the beautiful thing about all this is that next week, how are you going to defense all this? It appears that if things go as they are predicted, Liberty Center will meet Bluffton. Bluffton, if they win, they'll be pushed right back up into the thick of it. That's what early prognosis is now. And how are you going to stop something like this? Now the Tigers from that wing left formation split everything out wide to the left. And they stay in tight on the right. Here's the deep pitch to Zeider. He breaks the tackle at the 30. Finally the pursuit gets there and brings him down at the Archbold 28. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10 on that Blue Streak 28-yard line. But the important thing now, only 7 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the 4th quarter clock. Jim, Tigers are up by 3 touchdowns, but I tell you, it's been a hard-fought game. The Blue Streaks, very good football team. Now Smith wide to the right. Tigers with that spread left formation. Here is the give to Zeider straight ahead. Zeider down to the 26, and the Blue Streaks meet him right there. Gain of 2 on the play. Liberty Center right now content to run clock.
Yeah, that's precisely the case. They want to score. They want to continue to execute, but most all they want that clock to continue to run. And Tigers not making any mistakes. Just doing well. It is a 4th down, though, Spike. And what are we going to do here?
Well, they're going to come out in their standard wing left 2 tight end slot. Now they split everybody wide. Smith by himself wide to the right. And I imagine they're going to look for Jesse. Here's the snap, dropping back. Here's the slant, and tipped away. Nice defensive play. Smith was open, but the linebacker dropping off, number 20, Dexter Kruger, able to fall back, get a hand on it, and the Tigers will turn it over on downs with only 6 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the game.
Spike, mostly what you want to see in your championship team, and in fact this Liberty Center Tiger team, is not to be making mistakes. And they came out and basically executed just about the way you'd want your team to play. I mean, Archbold, very tough defensively. It was going to be a struggle. They were not the favorite, but Tigers still had to come and get it done, and that's exactly what we've seen tonight.
Well, Jim, it was 7-0 until late in the first half. Now the inside reverse goes for maybe a half a yard. We'll be a little benevolent here. Tackle made by several of the interior linemen, also including linebacker Sattler. Yeah, we'll give him a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Clock running 6:08. Ball resting on the Archbolds on their own 28-yard line. Tigers with 4 defensive backs, Weshy and Sattler the linebackers, 5 men on the line. Here is the play action pass. Little flip out there to Kruger, and down the sideline, 1st down yardage and then some, all the way out to the Tiger 45-yard line. Here, but I think Liberty Center is playing at a little more wide open defense. They can afford the small gains here and let the clock continue to run.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably looking more toward containment. They don't want to give up the big one, but clock's certainly in the Tiger favor here.
Now with 2 wide outs right, 1 to the left. Here's a straight ahead dive and brought down. Good solo tackle there. Right out in the wide open spaces, number 65, Sattler. You know, Jim, the one thing you really have to say about Liberty Center is their ability to focus in on the game at hand.
Oh, yeah.
A great senior hit night last night really brought some kids down to earth and ready to play some true men in black Tiger football. Here's a straight ahead dive for Archbold. He'll go nowhere. Stuffed in there by Weshy, Lindgren, and Jesse Miller.
Spike, we've seen these Tigers execute all season long, even when they tremendously overmatch the competition. For instance, last week they played Delta and had nothing to do but get that victory and get ready to play in this championship game, and they did it. And they didn't do it in a manner that would embarrass themselves. I mean, they just played hard football, they executed, and they got it done. That's been indicative of this Tiger team, this 98 Tiger team. What a hit there.
Well, the delayed pitch, some sort of an option there. It looked like he wanted to turn it up real bad, but he was met right at the line of scrimmage.
In fact, he was tackled when he pitched it.
It was an errant pitch, to say the least, and a loss on the play.
Take the big loss on that
Yep.
if they want to do that.
Jesse Miller in there on that series at a defensive end for Liberty Center. Clock running, 3:55 to go, and this may be what small chance Archbold has left. It hangs on this play right here. 28-6 Liberty Center. Two wide outs to the right, single setback. They don't get the motion call. Drops back to throw, gets rid of it. It's caught over there, down near the 40-yard line. Weshy peeled him pretty good after the pass. Yeah, Jim, a little bit of questionable call there. No, we do have a flag down, and maybe they did get the illegal motion.
Yeah, that's right. The Tiger defense was just pointing toward the quarterback. He was bobbing around back there when he should have been set. And anyway, the play was allowed to run and looked like a completion. But what a hit delivered by Weshy back there. I mean, he drew a beat on the quarterback, and it was legal. I mean, he was coming with a full head of steam. Got there just as he released the ball. But I'm telling you, he felt the hit. So they are going to move the sticks, and the streak drive is alive.
I'm not sure what that was. A flag was thrown, but then they picked it up and waved it off. The completion good for about 13 yards on the play. It'll be a first down for the Blue Streaks on the Tiger 42-yard line. Officials now signal stop the clock again. No, it's going to be a Tiger timeout. Jim, the Tigers certainly don't want to give up anything here. There's pride at stake. There's a lot more than just the 6 points, as the game pretty much is in hand now. But certainly the Tigers don't want to give up a score here when they've got everything going in their favor.
Oh, absolutely, and the Blue Streaks, to their credit, they come and play 4 quarters of football. I mean, they hit hard, and maybe they can come up with some good plays. But certainly they're overmatched tonight, Spike, and I got to think this being a good, hard contest like this is excellent for the Tigers as they look toward the next season. The drive for the playoffs, the drive to add more hardware. The Tigers.
Well, what for 9 games? What for 9 games, Jim, was simply software. Now we may be looking at a little hardware. Yep, you can't count your chickens before they hatch, and now the Tigers on the verge of only their 4th league championship in, we're going to call it about 75 or 80 years of NWOAL football, Tigers being one of the league charter members. Now Archbold with the 1st and 10, 2 wideouts either side, drops back, lost it over the middle. It's caught down at the 20-yard line. Good little route right down the middle of the field, right down the hash mark. Caught, and the Blue Streaks trying to get on the board again. 3:25 to go, and the clock is stopped while the chains are set.
That's a nice open field tackle there by Seth Atkinson, but a well-thrown pass. This Archbold quarterback by spells can just deliver that ball. And just exactly what he did there. But it's a little too little and it's a little too late. But Tiger defense don't want to let him have any more.
Well, here we go. Ball on the 17-yard line. No, it's the fake. He's back to throw, rolling out, has time, looking downfield, nobody there, breaks a tackle, and finally snowed under. We've got Box, Van Gunten, Amstutz, of course, was in on the middle of that, and Sattler. Amstutz and Sattler have been all over the field for the Tiger defense tonight. Clock running now down to 2:45. Archbold, if they want any chance at all to win this ball game, has to score. And Jim, they've got to score quick. They've got to go to the end zone with the ball.
Yeah, they just about have to pass it every time. And if a pass won't work, then the quarterback, who is a good athlete, can roll out and maybe make something happen.
All right, they've got a wide out to the left. Two split backs in the backfield. Here's the straight. No, they fake the dive. He's going to try to get outside. Gets around the end and now run down over there by Tim Huff. Big pursuit. Tim Huff with a good defensive play. Gain of only 2 yards. I believe we're going to spot the ball just inside the 10. We're going to call it a gain of 3, but the Blue Streaks did get out of bounds.
Spike, you mentioned who the first opponent for the Tigers would be as they enter into the playoff portion of this season. Where would the game be played and when?
Well, where it's our understanding it will be a Saturday game, and it will be somewhere in this general vicinity. Now back to thing here. We've got Archbold with a wide out to the right. The little draw play. Well, Jim, hey, that's a nice play, and they gained about 6 yards and got a first down, but even more so, the clock moves, and it'll start again when the chains are set, and I just cannot believe that they can afford to do that. But I guess really now it's getting almost to be a moot point. But for the Tiger pride, they certainly don't want to give up a score.
Yep.
Now back to playoff picture. The Elmwood Gibsonburg game has a big impact on how this could all play out. And Columbus Grove needs a Bluffton loss if they want to get in the playoffs. The surge forward shut down. No gain on the play. It will be 2nd and goal now.
I believe that was Box meeting them head on right there.
Oh, yeah, the interior of that Tiger defensive line. So if the Tigers win here, they'll be guaranteed a 1st or 2nd place slot. And it's probable that Amanda Clear Creek, or no, excuse me.
Marion Pleasant is.
No, Apple Creek Waynedale will get the other spot. They went to Division 4, and so we don't have to worry about them. Oh, Marion Pleasant. They went to the Region South. They're in there with that very good Versailles team. And don't be surprised, Jim, as long as we've mentioned those two, that the survivor of that game will be in the state finals, hopefully against these men in black. Two very highly touted teams.
Oh, Tiger faithful would like nothing better than to have their Thanksgiving kind of jerked around by this playoff football, because what a trip that was last year. And these Tigers say they're on a focus to get it done again. Okay, we're seeing a sign going by NWOAL Champ, Spike, and that's a rare thing. You know, you can hear all this malarkey about, the league's weak this year. Well, in the 75 or some odd year history of the league, this isn't done very often. So it is sweet, and it is happening by this 98 Tiger team. Give them their due.
The dive into the end zone. It's an Archbold touchdown. The Blue Streaks never say die. Creep a little closer. It's 28-12, trailing by 16, Jim. I think it's imperative for the Streaks to look to go for the 2-point conversion. With 1 minute and 38 seconds to go, their hopes are faint, but certainly still glimmering just ever so slightly. Big play here. If they fail to convert the 2-point conversion, that's right.
Well, touchdown plus big conversions.
Yep, they'd have to convert 2 more times. Here's a wide out to the right. Look for the quick slant. Under pressure, the throw. It's caught. 2-point conversion for the Streaks.
Nice pass.
Yeah, right on the money for a change. And now the score, 28-14.
I look for the Tigers to play some ball control, but at the same point, don't be surprised if the Tigers don't put up a score here. Tigers several times during the course of this season have shown what we would call a 2-minute offense where they can just get up and down the field in a hurry. In fact, the passing that Rob Shaddy and his receivers have become so adept at, a minute 38 seconds is plenty of time, Spike. So a lot of fireworks yet to come here in this game, but 28-14, it's a good feeling for the Tiger faithful here. They love their Tigers, and their Tigers have delivered just as they have all season long. A championship for the Liberty Center Tigers. Come clear. I understand Sunday they're going to make that crystal clear. So we'll know what's going on, who the teams are, and where the first round's going to be.
Well, first things first, Jim. I think first we have to worry about the onside kick, and the Tigers, certainly with their hands and speed team in there, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men a yard away from the 50-yard line, and 4 more to the strong side of the field. So they've got 10 men up close with Atkinson, the only deep back, and he's at the 30. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Kick and bounds around. Atkinson takes the high bounce and goes to the ground alertly. Good job by Seth Atkinson, and also a good job by that Tiger, those 10 men up front. They let the ball go through, giving Atkinson a clear shot at picking up the bounding ball. With 1 minute and 37 seconds to go, Tigers lead at 28-14.
I almost think that ball might have bounded past Ryan Miller and possibly struck him, but Tigers had their hands people out there, and they weren't going to try to advance it. They just wanted to make sure they had possession as they begin this hopefully last possession.
Well, here it is, Tiger fans. The 1998 version of the Tigers on the field. This will be your last chance at Liberty Center to see this stellar 17-member senior squad. Here's the pitch to Zeider, breaks 2 tackles, bounds his way up across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Liberty Center going to go out in style here, Jim. They're going to grind it out. It's going to be Zeider left, and it'll be Zeider right.
A hard-fought ball game. I mean, the Archbold Blue Streaks clearly were overmatched here tonight, but they played hard. They showed up for every play, and they did some things quite well. But these Tigers were not to be denied, Spike. I mean, they've been on a mission. The team of last year took it all the way, although they did not win the league. So I say win the league, and all things shall be added unto you.
Well, we got the head choppers going. One more salute to this fine Tiger squad, and also to one of the fine, outstanding bands in the state of Ohio. The Barbaran head choppers. Now the Tigers. 1:25 to go from the league championship. The pitch to Zeider, a broken play. He's hit at the 36-yard line and brought down, and now the Blue Streaks signaling for their, which now I'm sure will be their final timeout. Jim, that play really had me buffaloed there. Look for them to pull off a rally. Coach Lindgren out there with some final instructions for the offense. Shaddy brings them to the line. McClure and Zeider in the backfield. Atkinson in a wing left, 2 tight ends set. Archbold showing blitz. Here's the give to McClure on the right side. He breaks one, cuts back up in across the middle, and it's a Tiger first down. Mike McClure may have sealed the Blue Streak fate there. It's going to be close, but now they signal first down. A big run, great execution, and there it is, fans. I believe with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, the Tigers are moving on. The Blue Streaks now, I believe, without any timeouts remaining, maybe about 2 more plays. I think we can just go to a knee now, Jim, and call it a night. Very tight formation. Shaddy goes to a knee. Clock running at 40. A hard-fought contest tonight. The underdog Blue Streaks giving a fine showing of themselves, but in the long run, it was a stellar Tiger defensive effort, even though they gave up 2 scores. Certainly the difference in the ball game tonight. This is it, one final snap. Shaddy goes to a knee, and as the clock winds down, it's 10, 9. It's Liberty Center 1998 NWOAL champions. The final score, Liberty Center 28, Archbold 14. The Tigers roll through their NWOAL schedule unscathed and will be moving on. By the time you see this on Monday and Tuesday night, you will know the Tigers' destiny. And the matchups still to be determined. Well, Jim.
They call themselves the Mama Cats. Welcome back. Seems like deja vu in the NWOAL. Last year, Liberty Center needing a win over Archbold to secure a playoff spot, and they'd go on to win the Division 5 state championship. Well, look who comes a knocking with upsets on their minds. Chopper 11 checking out the festivities from the sky. 21-6 Liberty. Archbold makes a mistake of kicking the ball to Seth Atkinson, and he gets downfield in a hurry. Covers 45 yards. The ball at the streaks, 35. After changing ends for the fourth quarter, Mike McClure looks like he's down, but there's no stopping him. That's plenty of points for the Tigers. Have the NWOAL by the tail with a 28-14 win. It's now time to defend that state title.
It's just hard to say. I mean, I can't express. I give all credit to the linemen and God. I mean, those are two. Without those guys, there's not. We couldn't have been here right now.
Of course, going into the season, we couldn't figure that Liberty Center was going to move on. You just don't know where you're going to be. We lost a lot of super football players. Yeah. We had to break in a new quarterback. We had to find new linebackers. Yep. We had to retool the defensive line, but a lot of kids stepped up. What a super effort, and especially led by the 17 seniors.
No question, Spike. This is a season that's going to go down as a crowning achievement in the Tiger football program, which has been just tremendous the last several years. There are people that said, the cupboard's going to be bare, but not so. There were questions, but those questions were answered, and answered in a very enthusiastic, team-like way. They executed. They held their composure against teams that on paper they were going to blow out, and they continued to improve as a football team. And so when they came into their tough contest, they were able to continue to be the Tigers that we had seen right from the very beginning of the season. So the Tigers look strong heading into this playoff picture, and what memories this program has developed here. And I don't know, we could go on for hours highlighting the play of the 17 seniors, the leaders on this team. And just a wonderful season, Spike. Everybody's proud of them. The fans don't even want to leave the stadium. It's cold, it's crisp here tonight, but it's a league championship banner, and that's bragging rights. That's things they can talk about all their lives. What great play by this 98 Tiger football team.